Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video of my all-time favorite packs. So expansion packs, game packs, stuff packs, and I'm also going to include kits. I have been playing The Sims since the very beginning, so it's been 25 years of this. I also am very honest when it comes to my reviews. So I have a lot of people ask me all the time, what are my top favorites? Which ones should they get? Let's say they're brand new to the game, or they just want to add in some, some of the packs that I personally enjoy. And so I wanted to set this up for you, and I'm going to be doing my top 5 favorites in each category, except for kits. Kits, I'm actually doing 6 favorites because I think there are 6 really good ones. And I couldn't just narrow it down to 5. Okay, so we're going to start with expansion packs. And at number 5, I am going to say that my favorite is City Living. Now, I also have next to it like a little slash, and I have Get to Work because I think these are kind of interchangeable as my favorites. And it's really dependent on what you like to do as a player. So City Living just gives you the ability to go into the city. You get apartments. I really love the area. It's really fun to build in. And then with Get to Work, obviously you get jobs and things that you can do outside of your home, which I really enjoy. Also, if you play with mods like I do, the best mod, in my opinion, one of the best mods ever is the Real Childbirth mod, and you do need Get to Work in order to use that. So if you want to do that and you don't have Get to Work, I highly recommend doing that over City Living. But if you don't play with mods, it just kind of depends on what you would like to do more. If you want to go out of the house and kind of like have your Sims live their life and in the city and, go to like bars, I really love the rooftop bars you can build, stuff like that. The whole vibe of the area is really pretty. Or then on vice versa, if you want to go and have your sim get out of the house and actually join them in the career, Get to Work is definitely one that I recommend. So at number 4, I'm going to say that my personal favorite is Island Living. This isn't really in any particular order. It's just kind of, whatever. But the Island Living expansion pack is great. I love the world. Sulani is beautiful. It's really fun to add that into your game. It's great for a vacation area. There's also mermaids, which, they need to be refreshed and revived. Mermaids are really lackluster. I mean, let's be honest, everything in this game is lackluster, but mermaids really got the short end of the stick, which is very unfortunate because I love mermaids. I mean, I wanted to be a mermaid, so, that never happened, unfortunately, but it's okay. We're moving past that. However, I do love that there are things to do within like the festivals. I personally wish that there would be more pop-ups like when you're not in Sulani and to let you know that things are happening, because there's been many times I've been playing the game and things will be going on and I'm like, I have no idea that this is even happening. Like, I really want to know when there's a festival or there's something to bring my Sims to because they're so neat. When I'm able to get there and see it just like as a bystander, they are so fun. So I love Sulani. The pictures there are just beautiful. You could take absolutely gorgeous like maternity pictures, engagement pictures, wedding pictures. It's beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. At number 3, we have cats and dogs. Now, I don't know about you, but adding animals to any game is always going to be one of my favorite things. So I love cats and dogs. Now, if you're more of a horse person, I would definitely say to get the expansion pack Horse Ranch. This was actually really difficult because I love Horse Ranch. I think the world is amazing. It's absolutely beautiful, especially if you get the K-hippie replacements to replace the rocks and the grass and stuff around it. It's so, so pretty. But if you love more domestic pets, like obviously cats and dogs, I would highly recommend getting this pack. It's super cute. It's very fun. Walking the dogs is a little annoying. And to be honest, having them get sick all the time kind of drives me crazy. But having a puppy or a kitten, I mean, how could you go wrong? Coming in at number 2 is Seasons. Now, I love this pack because I personally am a huge lover of the winter and snow. And so having that in the game is fantastic. I love it. I love the ability of the different seasons. It really adds a lot to your gameplay. So I highly recommend getting Seasons because it just helps immersify the realism of the game, especially doing things with like the kids and making a snowman and doing a snowball fight. And it's just really fun. I love it. I think it adds so much and I highly recommend that pack. Okay, and at number 1, my personal favorite is Cottage Living. Now, I love this pack. I think when this came out, this was so great. The world is so beautiful. I love how green it is and it's so lush and it's very fun to build in. I also love the addition of the goats and the chickens and the cows. And it's so fun. It's such a cute pack. It adds a lot for gameplay and for build buy, in my opinion. I think that it is a really good, well-rounded expansion pack, and I really, really love it. So for me, it's definitely number 1. Okay, so now we're going to talk about game packs, and coming in at number 5 is Dine Out. Now, trust me, Dine Out is so messed up. It's so broken. There's mods to help fix it. It's absolutely atrocious. However, I love the ability of being able to do things with my Sims. So that's a big thing for me. Because as you know, and I'm sure you probably feel the same way as I do, this game is extremely boring. And even though they give us a lot, they don't give us substance. It's kind of like they just throw a bunch of shit at us, but it doesn't have anything that holds any weight. And Dine Out is a perfect example of that. However, I do enjoy being able to go to restaurants, to own a restaurant and all that stuff and to work it. So I do really like it for that purpose. There is a mod called Carl's Dine Out mod. I personally used it for a while, and I think it works really well. So I will also link that below if you want to try it out. I'm sure if you're here, you probably know about that mod, but it does help. So I really enjoyed this game pack, and I think it adds a little extra something to the game. Number 4 for me is vampires. I personally love vampires, always have, always will. I absolutely hate the werewolves. And I think that the vampires are just where it's at. I love the build buy stuff for it. I also love how they are. I think that they were done very well. I really love the world of Forgotten Hollow. So I personally am always going to choose vampires over werewolves, but I also think they just did a very good job with them, and they're very fun to create and cast. So love vampires. Definitely get that one. Number 3 is Realm of Magic. I love the world of Glimmerbrook. I think it is so beautiful. I love that there's a special place that you can go to for the magic realm. They did such a good job with spellcasters. I almost forget that this is a game pack. Like, I feel like it should be an expansion pack because they did such a good job. Like, this is how great it was that we have Realm of Magic. Like, this is what Enchanted by Nature should be. It should be a game pack, in my opinion. I don't think it should be an expansion pack. I almost feel like Realm of Magic has more in it and should be an expansion pack, but that's besides the point. Either way, I really love Realm of Magic. Spellcasters are so much fun. I use them in my story all the time. They are some of my favorite occults. It's definitely spellcasters and vampires are my favorite for sure. So love this. It's fantastic. I think if you're only buying a game pack and you have Enchanted by Nature, I think they would go hand in hand very well, and love it. Should definitely get it. Coming in at number 2 for my favorite game pack is Parenthood. Now, I'm a generational game player. I love any kind of expansion pack, game pack, stuff pack, anything like that that has to do with families. The reason why I didn't put Growing Together in my top favorite expansion packs is because I think that the expansion packs that I included add more gameplay and immersion than Growing Together does. Growing Together just kind of like makes infants better. And then there's like the world. I don't know. I really didn't feel like when I got it, I was like, oh my gosh, this changed everything for me. It's kind of like they just added a little bit more to what we already got with infants. And maybe that's just me personally, but I just didn't think it was that life changing. So for me, I like Parenthood as the game pack to add along with the expansion packs that I mentioned, because I do really like the items that came with it. And I think that they work very well together. Okay, now my number one favorite game pack is My Wedding Stories. Now, let me tell you, hold on, this is why I'm putting it as my first. I know this has a lot of controversy because it is so broken, and trust me, it is. It's so broken. However, the reason why I'm putting it as number one favorite game pack is only because of the world. My biggest request and wish of The Sims is that you can purchase the worlds separate from the expansion or game pack. I would do anything just to have the world of Tartosa instead of what comes with the game pack. How great would that be? The world is top tier. It is one of my absolute favorite worlds, hands down, point blank, period. It is so gorgeous. The color of the water, especially if you have my reshade preset or any reshade preset to make the game 10,000 times better looking. It is so beautiful. I love the color of the sand. Whereas Sulani is definitely more Hawaii, Tartosa is more of like Greece, Italy. It's so beautiful. It reminds me of like how you would go and ride in a gondola or just like take a walk along the pier. It's just so beautiful. So that is why I'm putting it as number one. Not because of the game pack. I do really like a lot of the items though, but the world itself is 100% worth it. Okay, now we're going on to stuff packs. Now, my top 5 stuff packs, starting at number 5, is the backyard one. I love this one because it adds a lot of fun stuff to do with your Sims. In the backyard, obviously, you got like the cool slip and slide, and there's fun things to do to add to your Sims gameplay. You can add a lot of fun stuff to do with your family. And I really always love that. I'm always going to pick that because I always look for things for my Sims to do on a daily basis when I would play the game. I personally don't play the game anymore. I solely use the Sims to tell my story on Twitch, and I also just build. So I don't necessarily play, but when I did play by myself before I started my online streaming, YouTube journey, I really enjoyed the backyard stuff pack. Okay, number 4 favorite stuff pack is Romantic Garden. Now, back in the day, I used to not ever build with CC, which if you know me now, that's insane. But I used to only build with the game. However, I would always use this stuff pack. Like, I love the flowers from Romantic Garden. And I think that this is so good. The colors are beautiful. The flowers are beautiful. Highly, highly recommend this. I think that if you want to elevate how your game looks when it comes to landscaping, because I know that building sometimes can get overwhelming. I totally get it. And also landscaping is overwhelming. But if you get this Romantic Garden pack, the flowers that come with it are so pretty and they make everything just look prettier. I mean, that's basic, but it's true. So definitely recommend getting this, and I love this stuff pack. Okay, coming in at number 3 is Bowling Night. Now, when this came out, at the time, I was like, what is this? This is so lame. And I remember this came out and then the movie one, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know why, but I wasn't that into it for some reason. Well, I ended up buying it, I think when it was on sale, this was forever ago because I've had it forever. And I bought it and I completely forgot about it. Like, I don't know why, but I always forget that we can go out bowling. And it's so funny because one of my good friends and mods, he always says the same thing. He's like, I completely forgot that we have bowling. And I'm like, I know. So I keep trying to remind myself that we have it. And now that I have played with it more, and I'm like, wait a second, let's go take them bowling. It's been so much fun to go take my Sims out on a date, go bowling, maybe catch a movie. You know, it's so fun to do that. You can also build a really cute bowling alley. I love how the lights change at night. It gives a very good vibe and atmosphere. So I really enjoy bowling night now that I remember I have it. Coming in at number 4 is Nifty Knitting. Now, I have to put this in as my top 5 in my top 5 favorites because when it came out, I was so excited about this stuff pack. I don't know why, but I was so excited. I think it was because it was like at the height of when Etsy was really big and people were talking about it and they were like, oh my gosh, we can make all these things and like sell it. And I loved the idea of Plopsy. I really love having my little old cuties like knit things for their family members and just sit there and knit. I love the nostalgia of this. So this is absolutely one of my favorites. I think it is so cute. I love the integration of Plopsy and how you can like sell stuff and have people write reviews and all kinds of things. So I love the little items you can make for it. The hats are really cute. The socks, the scarves. I once had like a group of little old people make a club and they sat around and knit things for their family. Like it was so cute. So I love this stuff pack. I think it's adorable and it's really fun. And now coming in at number 1 is Paranormal. I think this pack is awesome. I love the cute little ghosties. I really love the medium skill. I think it added some really, really cute build buy items. I remember forever ago, I built this trailer and it was kind of like a tarot card trailer, and we built it all with the paranormal stuff because at the time I wasn't building with CC, and it was so cute. Like the colors are great. The green that they use is beautiful. I really like the wallpapers. This is a very, very good stuff pack. I think it also goes very well with Realm of Magic. And the two of them can coexist perfectly, even with vampires. You can kind of mix that all in. So I'm trying to also give you stuff packs, game packs, and expansions that you can mix and match together that go together well. And I think that, like I said, I think this one would do very, very well with Realm of Magic and vampires. And I think you can come up with some really great builds too. Okay, now we're going on to kits. And for this, I'm actually going to tell you 6 of my favorites because I cannot just choose 5. I know I already said that, but just telling you. And also they're $5, so I feel like 6 of them isn't too bad. And, you know, just don't buy them all at once or buy them separately, you know, like girl math, right? So coming in at number 6, my personal favorite is Country Kitchen. I use this kit all the time. I literally use the wallpaper from Country Kitchen so often, and I don't even realize that's where it's from. And I'm talking like now to this day when I have almost, I don't even know, 300 and something million gigabytes of CC, I still will use the Country Kitchen wallpaper because it is so good. It's the best. Like I love the countertops. Everything that came with it was so good. Obsessed. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now at number 5, I love, this might be personal preference. I love the Grunge Revival kit. I think that cast is so good. I actually have a few non-CC lookbooks on my Patreon. And I mix and match different pieces together. And I use a lot from Grunge Revival. I really love the flannel pieces. I think that the stuff that came with it was really good and it was really underrated. Like, I just really like it a lot. To be fair, the best cast ever, hands down, is from Life and Death. I just personally don't really like Life and Death gameplay because I don't like dealing with funerals, and like that's a little bit too much for me personally. So I didn't add that as to my favorite expansion. However, the cast in that is amazing. Like if you want to talk about wedding stories being the best world, Life and Death is the best cast, hands down. I did a lookbook of my favorite pieces on my Patreon. And I think I also made a YouTube video about it actually, because it was so good. So on that same note, I think the Grunge Revival kit is fantastic. Number 4 favorite kit is Little Campers. I think this kit is absolutely adorable. I love the little tent thing with the lights. I think the movie camper thing is the cutest thing in the world. I love the items. They did such a good job with this. This is absolutely one of my favorites. This was so good. When it came out, I remember being like loving so many pieces. So good. Definitely get it. If you are a generational game player like myself, this is great for kids. And number 3 goes very well along with Little Campers. It's the First Fits kit. So I personally think that they need to do a lot more for kids. I feel like kids and men, don't even get me started on the men's cast, but kids really need to get a refresh consistently. And it's really crazy to think that the First Fits kit is the only kids kit that was ever made, which is wild because we have infants now and toddlers. And I mean, like, they need to give us more. So I really love First Fits. I think the outfits are so cute. There's also a CC creator, and I don't know if it's Adrian Pastel or if it's somebody else. And I hope I said that correctly. I'm so sorry. I mess people's names up all the time. They made the First Fits kit for adults. They like converted it, and it's so cute. I don't know who did it, but if you look it up, you can find it on Google, because they have really cute outfits. Like the sweaters I love, and I think they even did with like the little backpack kind of thing, or like the fanny pack. Anyway, it was adorable. So First Fits, love it for kids. They need to give us more. My number 2 favorite kit is Poolside Splash. I think this kit is super cute, except for that stupid ass floaty donut thing for the adults. That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. So except for that stupid thing, everything else is really cute. I love the bathing suits. I've recolored a bunch of them, and I loved having it be like a fun little poolside thing. To me, one of the stupidest kits was the Simtimates or whatever the hell that kit was, because like, who puts their sim in underwear? Like, what are you doing with their sim? I was so confused. I was like, okay, it's cute. I mean, I know some of it had like lingerie for nighttime, which was cute, but like, who's going to just have their sim walk around in underwear? So I loved the fact that we have the Poolside Splash to where we have usable items for the pool. I think that was great. I think they should come out with more. I think they should come out with like a bunch of floaties and like fun pool stuff. They should have a little a pool volleyball, even like a pool little basketball hoop thing. I mean, I know that's very ambitious of me to ask of the Sims, but that would be really fun to add. So love that one though. It was very cute, very fun. Love a lot of the patterns too. They were awesome. Okay, my number one favorite kit, and if you know me, you know exactly which one it's going to be. It's the Sleek Bathroom Kit. Now, I'm not just saying this because Sib is one of my friends and one of the most talented CC creators out there, in my opinion. She's also an awesome person. But this kit is absolutely gorgeous. I looked at this kit, not with a lens of knowing Sib, but just looking at it and the perspective of what the items look like. And they are beautiful. They're polished. The colors are fantastic. The colors are not harsh. The Sims they do a really bad job of coloring their items. First of all, none of the swatches match, which that's a whole other subject, but their colors are very harsh. Their tones are very intense. There's a very intense green, blue, browns, yellows, oranges. They're very harsh on your eyes. And with the Sleek Bathroom Kit, the colors are very muted. They're soft. They are very pleasing to the eye. And I think that's why people really loved it, because the green is more of like a sage green and not like a true green. And it goes beautiful with the gold, and like everything is so gorgeous. It looks like custom content. Like if somebody showed me that, I'd be like, oh, which CC is that? Because it doesn't even look like it's The Sims. And I think that's why I love that so much. I personally, this is personal opinion and preference, I don't like what The Sims comes out with when it comes to build buy items. There are definitely pieces that I really love, and I think they knocked out of the park. There's certain things like in Growing Together, I am obsessed with like the fridge. I love pieces in Life and Death. The country kitchen counters I really love. So there's definitely things that are great. There's other kits and packs and stuff packs and game packs. There's pieces, but as a whole, I think the best as a whole product, I guess, would definitely be this Sleek Bathroom Kit. I think it is the best of the best, in my opinion. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Those are my absolute favorite expansion, game packs, stuff packs, and kits. Now, if you want me to be like super specific, you can always come in and ask me super specific questions when I am live on Twitch. I would love to answer them for you. Like I said, I've been playing this game forever. I was a Sim freak from the time that The Sims 1 came out, probably up until most recently. The past few years, The Sims itself, to me, has just been very disappointing and just a big letdown, which is really unfortunate because I've always loved this game. I want to see this game succeed. I know how good they can be. The Sims 2 and 3 was at peak performance of gameplay and everything, and then it just kind of like The Sims 4 just really went downhill, which was really sad to me. But I know how good they can be, and I want them to be as good as The Sims 2 and 3 because I want to get excited about it again. And I want people also to have an open eye when it comes to packs, game packs, stuff packs, all that stuff. And that's why I'm always here to give an honest opinion. I will always give you my honest opinion. I don't sugarcoat things, which I think sometimes people might not always like, but I value my community much more than anything else, and I will always give you guys what you deserve, because these packs, expansions, everything, they're not cheap. I mean, it's a lot of money. And if you buy the game as a whole, it's like $1,000. So, I mean, that's insane. So like, I want you to make sure that you're spending your money well, especially in this economy when eggs are like $50,000. We want you to spend your money wisely and well. So don't always forget, I can't speak. Don't forget to always look for a sale. There are lots of sales going on. There's also CD keys, which is 100% legit. I've gotten a lot of stuff off of there and they're perfectly fine and great. There's also, I think, Instant Gaming. I forget. That might be the name of it. There's a lot of places out there that you can get things for The Sims, not at full price. There's also sales going on The Sims throughout the year. So always keep an eye out for that. That's pretty much it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And like I said, this was been requested for a while. So I hope you enjoy it and have a wonderful day wherever you are around this big, beautiful world. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.